regulators. We regulate any stealing of his property. We're damn good, too. But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
Regulators! Mount up!
It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts for the E, so I could get some phones. Rolling in my ride, chilling all alone.
Just hit the east side of the LBC on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. Seen a car full of girls, ain't no need to tweak. All of you skirts know what's up with 213.
So I hooked select on 21 and Lewis. Some brothers shooting dice, so I said, let's do this. I jumped out the ride and said, what's up? Some brothers pulled some gas, so I said, I'm stuck.
Since these girls peeping me, I'm gonna glide and swerve. These hookers looking so hard, they straight hit the curve. Want to bigger, better things than some horny tricks. I see my homie and some suckers all in his mix.
I'm getting jacked, I'm breaking myself. I can't believe they taking Warren's wealth. They took my rings, they took my Rolex. I looked at the brother, said, damn, what's next?
They got my homie hemmed up and they all around. Can't none of them see him if they going straight pound for pound. They wanna come up real quick before they start to clown. I best pull out my strap and lay them busters down.
They got guns to my head, I think I'm going down. I can't believe it's happening in my own town. If I had wings, I would fly, let me contemplate. I glance in the cut and I see my homie Nate.
16 in the clip and 1 in the hole. Nate Dogg is about to make some bodies turn cold. Now they dropping and yelling, it's a tad bit late. Nate Dogg and Warren G had to regulate. Explode. Now I'm switching my mind back into freak mode. If you won't skirt, sit back and observe. I just left a gang of those over there on the curb.
Now they got the freaks and that's a known fact. Before I got jacked, I was on the same track. Back up, cause it's on N-A-T-E and me, the Warren to the G.
Just like I thought, they were in the same spot, in need of some desperate help. The Nate Dogg and the G-Child were in need of something else. One of them dames was sexy as hell. I said, ooh, I like your size. She said my chords broke down and just sing real nice. Would you let me ride? I got a car full of girls and it's going real swell. The next stop is the East Side Motel.
To a whole new era, G-Funk, step to this, I dare ya. Funk on a whole new level.
The rhythm is the bass and the bass is the treble.
Chords, strings, we brings melody. G-Funk, where rhythm is life and life is rhythm.
If you know like I know, you don't wanna step to this. It's the G-Funk era, funked out with a gangster twist. If you smoke like I smoke, then you're high like every day. And if your ass is a buster, 213 will regulate.
everyone gets a little older. It's just a feeling that you want to never remember, but we got this one next. Ready when I say go. 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 We've all seen the man at the liquor store begging for your change. The hair on his face is dirty, dreadlocked in for the main. He asked the man for what he could spare with shame in his eyes. Get a job, you fucking slobs, all he replied. God forbid you ever had to walk a mile in his shoes. Then you really might know what it's like to sing the blues. Yeah, then you really might know what it's like. Yeah, then you really might know what it's like. Yeah, then you really might know what it's like. Yeah, then you really might know what it's like. Mary got pregnant from a kid named Tom, said he was in love. Said, don't worry about a thing, baby doll, I'm the man you've been dreaming of. But 3 months later, he said he won't date or return her call. And she swear, goddamn, if you find that man cutting off his balls. And then she heads for the clinic and she gets some static walking through the door. They call her a killer, and they call her a sinner, and they call her a whore. But God forbid you ever had to walk a mile in her shoes. 'Cause then you really might know what it's like to have to choose. Then you really might know what it's like. Then you really might know what it's like.
half empty, don't you see? There's nothing I can do to change these tired melodies, crawling around on all fours, passing up all the open doors, crowded room full of furrowed brows, looking at me like it's not my house. Slowly back out the doorway. I'll be back some other day. Maybe a lifetime, I can't say. So easy does it, my friend. Got a long way to the end. Slow it down again. Or you'll never be let back in. Alright. My fingers pass all these worn out strings. My body shakes under the heaviest of things. What is right and what is wrong? One man's blood upon my trembling palms. Put up a good enough fight. Earth it shifts left and the moon it shifts right. Twisted and tangled in love and in light. One more step and I'll be gone. Far down beneath the cemetery lawn. So easy does it, my friend. Got a long way to the end. Slow it down again. Or you'll never be let back in. So easy does you, my friend. Got a long way to the end. Slow it down again. Or you'll never be let back in. No. I'm clinging to the fabric of a life that's lost, the large unnecessary cost of death. But underneath the shades of lonely, I can bend, but I can't bring you back and forth the steady sway of agony and irony, like ebony and ivory gone wrong. But this piano doesn't play a thing at all. With sad, sad songs, the ebb and flow, the small slip so soon. But someone's just been born into a brand new life. Turn it over. The shackles that hold us down are really there, stake to the ground. You shake them off and watch them disappear. Listen to this elegy and feel not sad. It's a new beginning. A new beginning. The ebb and flow, the smaller things, the flight of the crow is life and death, still all that we know. We all come and we all fade away, nightmares and dreams, the call of the prey. This night will soon be turned to day. We all come and we all fade away, nightmares and dreams, the call of the prey. This night will soon be turned to day. Ebb and flow, it's life and death, still all that we know. Ebb and flow, is life and death, still all that we know. Ebb and flow, is life and death, still all that we know. Ebb and flow, is life and death, still all that we know. Ebb and flow, is life and death, still all that we
Hey, Jill. You know them old sugar daddy. They be tricking, they tell them girls.
I said you can have whatever you like. I said you can have whatever you like. Yeah, stacks on deck, Patron on ice. And we can pop bottles all night, baby. You can have whatever you like. I said you can have whatever you like. Yeah, late night sex so wet and so tight. I gas up the jet for you tonight, and baby you can go wherever you like. I said you can go wherever you like. Yeah. Anytime you want to, pick up the telephone. You know it ain't nothing to drop a couple stacks on you. Want it, you can get it, my dear. $5 million home drop business, I swear. Yeah, I want your body, need your body. Long as you got me, you won't need nobody. You want it, I got it, go get it, I buy it. Tell the mother broke nigga be quiet. Stacks on deck, Patron on ice. And we can pop bottles all night, baby. You can have whatever you like. I said you can have whatever you like. Yeah, late night sex so wet and so tight. I gas up the jet for you tonight, and baby you can go wherever you like. I said you can go wherever you like. Yeah, shout you the hottest, love the way you drop it. Brain so good, good I swore you went to college. 100K deposits, vacations
topics. Everybody know it ain't tricking if you got it. And you ain't never ever gotta go in your wallet. Long as I got rubber band banks in my pocket. 5-6 rides with rims and a body kit. You ain't gotta downgrade, you can get what I get. My chick can have what she want, and go in there and stomp her any bag she want. I know you ain't never had a man like that to buy you anything your heart desire like that. Yeah, I want your body, need your body. Long as you got me, you won't need nobody. You want it, I got it, go get it, I buy it. Tell the mother broke nigga be quiet. Stacks on deck, Patron on ice, and he can pop bottles all night. Baby, you can have whatever you like. I said you can have whatever you like. Yeah, late night sex so wet and so tight. I gas up the jet for you tonight, and baby, you can go wherever you like. I said you can go wherever you like. Yeah, I'm talking big boy rides and big boy ice. Let me put this big boy in your life. The thing gets so wet and hits so right. Let me put this big